fry him some chicken. He done ate.
I'm tired.
I done cleaned up the chicken. I'm talking about. I done cleaned up the kitchen, washed all the dishes, and he watched the episode of Wu-Tang Clan on Hulu. And I had to wait for him to get done doing all of that.
Which is a show I highly recommend. So watch it.
And he a traitor basically because he done watched 3 episodes without me. And I'm not even that into the show, but it's just the fact being that we watched it together and we be talking junk about people on it. So, anyway, this video is about. Oh, y'all, don't mind my bonnet, cause
Bonnet gang.
But anyway, this video is going to be about my post that I made on Instagram, asking you guys about how do you feel about sex before marriage. I have a lifesaver in my mouth. This debate thing is something that we do within our marriage all the time. Josh. But yeah, we do this within our marriage all the time. And within our family, we come up with weird questions and stuff. I just said don't put that on me.
It's lotion.
I don't care.
You need it.
And that lotion don't work for my skin. Obviously, he's tired, and that's how he act when he get tired. So I'm gonna try to hurry up and make this quick. So yeah, this is gonna be about how the both of us feel about sex before marriage, or why God intended sex to be for marriage only. So, of course, obviously, both of us, we've had sex before marriage, and
I was a virgin. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, and then one of the little girls gonna watch this and be like, "No, the fuck you wasn't." No, okay, because this about to go on my page,
And
I don't got time to be cutting up on nobody.
I'm about to cut up.
So, I feel like number one, sex is intended for marriage because soul ties are a real thing, like legit. And also, you don't realize how much soul ties affect you until you're trying to build with someone. So, I have one of the biggest soul ties outside of a marriage and within my marriage. So, I have a 4-year-old, which everybody knows who follows me. I have Kaden. And then I have Kinley. So, with Kaden's father, I didn't realize how much the stuff that went on affected me until me and Josh got together. And then to completely sever the soul tie, like I had to release some of my feelings about how I felt about that and say some things that I never even said out loud. And just do some like self-analyzing. So that's number one. Number two, people make sex about pleasure. Well, realistically, that's not even what sex is supposed to be about. Of course, you're supposed to enjoy it and get pleasure from it, but it's the highest level of intimacy. And intimacy isn't always about pleasure. It's about sharing the moment with one another, the exchanging of emotions and energy and everything. But nowadays, it's all just for a feeling. Like, you shouldn't be able to have sex and be like, oh, well, I don't remember what it was about or how it felt.
Mm-hmm.
Or how we felt in the moment. Like, every encounter you should be able to remember. Was that all I had to say? But yeah, basically, that's the reason why I feel how I feel. Because I do have a son. And nobody told me how real soul ties were and how hard it is to break the soul tie. And you don't realize how deep it is until you're trying to build with someone. And that's maybe why a lot of people don't realize, like, hey, this is what's going on with me. And sometimes y'all walk around with soul ties and don't even know. And don't even know that you're not even the same person that you was before.
Yeah.
Because of all these different energies that you didn't pick up along the way. When it's like, that's not even what this was for. It was for you to exchange energy with the one person that you're going to be with for the rest of your life. Because even when you have kids are the biggest soul tie. And when you have a kid, you're gonna be stuck with someone no matter what.
For life. Sorry, y'all. That was. This is a dresser, and so my feet is on the thing because I'm trying to crouch, so I kind of look the same height as her, so it don't be all weird looking. But yeah. So with me, if you would have asked like 19-year-old Josh or 21-year-old Josh this question, I'd have been like, I definitely don't understand why you don't have sex before marriage, because I was like, well, what if we wait till marriage and then we have sex and the sex is trash? I'm stuck with trash sex for the rest of my life. That was my whole philosophy. I was like, I need a test run, I need a test drive. You know what I'm saying? And so like, if
Sidebar: we also did have sex before we were married, of course,
No, we
obviously,
didn't.
because Kinley is here.
no, we didn't. Don't believe her.
That's how we know so well, like, the difference between before marriage sex and, like, now
Yeah.
that we're married and we have sex.
You just want to tell people all the business, huh?
We're having another baby, too, so obviously something be going on.
Yeah. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so back then I was just kind of like, nah, if you ain't giving up the booty, like the door is right over there, cause I'm not about to waste your time or mine. But see, kind of now, like she said, being in a situation, I understand why God intended us to have sex, after marriage, opposed to before marriage, because God is forward seeing. So like if you think about it, like let's just take it from STDs, right? So basically STDs is kind of like at an all-time high right now, like chlamydia, gonorrhea, like that junk is very ridiculous now. God seen now, okay, this is gonna be something. So like it's just kind of one of those things to where it's like, if you
This
save
is why
your
monogamy exists.
yeah, like if you save yourself for that one person, you know what I'm saying, y'all court each other, you get to, and that's another thing too, when you guys wait till marriage, you kind of build something that isn't just physically based. Like for instance, like this, all of like your body, all that is gonna fade one day. Like you're gonna get wrinkly, you're gonna get old, you ain't gonna be able to move the same way. Like God forbid you lose a limb, you get sick and you can't help, or something
All y'all
happened and
gonna
you,
have is memories when y'all get old.
you know what I'm saying? So you gotta have something like a stronger foundation than just something physical. So wait until marriage basically kind of forces you to become that person's friend. Like me and my wife, like this month we ain't have sex. Why? Because we wanted to like kind of get to know one another more and
go through the whole, like, because still within a relationship everybody changes. And also, like we said, we did have sex before marriage, so our relationship was a little bit physical based. And then it was like, okay, well, let's take that out and let's work on getting to know each other again. Let's get our romance back. Let's get back the emotion and passion in our sex.
And see what happens, like when you wait, to have sex before marriage, it kind of exposes other like deep rooted issues. Like me, like I didn't understand, like just to be real transparent, like I didn't understand, like I just always thought I had like a high sex drive. Like I was just like, oh yeah, we gotta have sex, 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 and sex. But with us kind of like, even though we didn't wait till marriage, but like we're trying to do it, differently. But like I kind of learned like deep rooted issues from my past, like like we talked about with soul ties. Like it was a lot of soul ties that I still had with some of my exes that I necessarily didn't break off, and it affected,
or even realize that he had.
Yeah, and it affected my relationship even till this day. Thank God now that we realize it, we're able to address it, handle it, fix it. But yeah, man, sex is not, it's not nothing to play with, man. And a lot of people just kind of take it for granted, or oh, everybody having sex, so I'm gonna have sex too. But it's like, it's something sacred, man. That's why God intended it between you know,
husband and wife.
because it's not like you literally, when you have sex with somebody, man, you literally take a part of them and they become a part of you. So like that's why you also got to know your sex partner, because you know, for instance, if you addicted to drugs and alcohol and
That's why
different
so
things
many
like that.
couples that a woman or a man may not be addicted when they come into a relationship, but after dealing with each other so long, you like, oh, I want to try that. What's that about?
Mm-hmm.
And then you become addicted as well because you took on that personality from that person.
Exactly. You know, so like, and you got to be careful to where when you go into a new relationship, you break soul ties. And breaking soul ties could be anything as far as like getting rid of all their personal items, you know, cutting communications with them, like just different things of that nature.
Moving on, emotions.
Mm-hmm. And
You
not
don't
replacing them.
always
Yeah.
need closure to
Yeah.
move on from a situation.
And it isn't always just necessarily like, oh, well, I'm moving on with another person. Like, no, that's not the kind of, because it ain't gonna do you no good to jump from one situation into another when you ain't fully recovered from. Like, no, like take time, get to know yourself again, fall in love with yourself again, because when you fall in love with yourself, it's certain things that you won't tolerate. Like, it's just like, nah, bruh, nah, sis, you gotta come correct. You gotta do this, and I'm not lowering my standards. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so, you know, wait until marriage. Like I now I believe you should wait till marriage, because then
Yeah, at first I was like, what ifs? Like, like what is everybody doing it? We all right. We born into sin.
yeah, but no, like you definitely want to wait, because like it just kind of prevents
Yeah.
like long term issues, like you know,
Like,
just
cause even though like we love each other, we both had to work on
talking around my finger.
What else? So of course, even though we love each other, we still came into a relationship with our own issues that we have from other things that we both had to, of course, work on. But it's just like, what if, you know, either one of us weren't as understanding as we are now, or whatever, it might not have worked.
Yeah, and you know, like with our situation now, like one soul tie, like she mentioned, her, you know, our son Caden, you know, we got to deal with her baby daddy forever.
Yeah.
You know, and whereas if she would have waited till marriage, you know, we would have never had to, you know, but God had everything happen for a reason, and Caden is a blessing. So, you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have it no other way. But
It's still like realistically.
yeah,
Like, I know that's one thing I'm gonna talk to my kids about early on, because nobody tells you about that before you have sex.
they just
It's
tell
like,
you you're gonna get an
no.
STD if you do it. Make sure you use protector, but they don't tell you
No, they
in
don't
real
even.
life.
I don't know. My parents didn't tell me that. My parents were just like, no, don't have sex. Don't do it.
No, mom told me about the STD, but that wasn't enough to scare me because they had condoms. So I was like, oh, if I wrap it up, I'm gonna get
But
condoms.
then I'm allergic to latex, so that didn't. It was just like, no, don't have it, because no, you don't even know what you can use, so don't have
Yeah.
it.
And it's just like sometimes you gotta kind of have them hard conversations, because it's like it's deeper issues that can stem from having sex prematurely. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can get real bad soul ties. You know what I'm saying? You can mess around and get stuck with them for life. And you know, everybody isn't blessed with a good baby daddy, a good baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you roll a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? And you stuck with that dickhead for life. A lot of people might be like, no, just till the kid's 18. Nah, look, check this out. My parents got divorced when I was 18 or 19, right? My brother and sister, they were still younger. I am 25 now, but my parents still have to deal with each other, because whenever we have family functions, or if we're like, okay, we're going to Kinley and Caden's christening, and they have to both be there, and they both still have to deal with each other. So it's like, no, you stuck with that person for life. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so if you can, what I would suggest, you know, because it's easier said than done, especially if you already like having sex, but definitely wait till marriage.
I mean, first of all, let's get this out there. This is not a hypocritical conversation, so don't look at us like,
yeah,
all niggas
no.
did it.
It's just
So
we
why
know
we
better now. You know what I'm saying? And when you know better, you do better. You know, and it's like,
You know, by all means, do what you do, big fella.
exactly. Like, I wish I would have waited till marriage, because me and her now, compared to like when we had sex in the beginning, and then like now, like, it's night and day, because it's when you have a deeper understanding of a person, and you really know them. Like, for instance, like, she let me listen to this song by Tyrese. It was called what is it, Body Language. And it's so true. Like, when you know a person like the back of your hand.
Black Rose is my favorite album.
Oh my god. But I know her body so well to where if she makes a certain sound, I know how she wants it. If she looks a certain way, I know how she wants it. Like, I know everything about her because I know her. So like, as far as like, you know, that goes, it comes easy and natural. Like, I don't have to, oh, I'm gonna bust out this move. Let me see if she. It ain't none of that. It's almost like a river flowing. It's just.
Ain't gotta say nothing, just know something.
Yeah, you just know, and I'm pretty sure it's vice versa with her, you know, so yeah, if you wait till marriage, like, take that time to get to know your significant other and stuff, you know.
Because it's harder when you come into a relationship with your own issues, then you gotta work on that, then you gotta work on getting to know each other, then you gotta work on building your union together, then it's just like way more complicated than what it had to be.
And see, now here's another thing. So a lot of people might, well, okay, that's cool and all, but then let's say we do all of that and then the sex is trash. What then? Now I'm stuck with a nigga who got, you know, weak dick, or I got a girl who don't. So I'm gonna tell you something. Statistically, what is it, babe?
What you talking about?
What a woman need? How much they need for a man to? Okay, so statistically, all you need is 5 inches, and my fellas out there, for y'all, oh, I'm slanging a 12, I'm slanging a 11. Even with your 12 and your 11, my nigga, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't beating up nothing. Trust me, bro. I've literally seen a baby come out of her. I understand now that what I have ain't doing nothing to that. It expanded to push a whole. Bro, come on now. Like,
8 pounds, 10 ounces.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, she pushed out shoulders, my nigga. You really think your junk is the size of shoulders, bro? Like, come on, let's be real. So, you know, they say for a woman to feel all you need is 5. And if you less than 5, bro, you know, it's other ways that you can please your woman. They say that most women don't even get, they don't orgasm from penetration anyway. They're more clitoral based.
And that's where coming in, getting to know your partner and being romanced and getting your emotions in check comes into play.
Exactly. So, like, you know, if the sex is trash,
it's
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all lacking in one of them areas.
Exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? So, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, females, you can't be scared to, like, be real and let your man know, like, yo, like,
I'm not liking this.
I don't like that. Maybe if you try this, and same with the dudes. And you can't fit. And as a man, you got to be well enough in yourself to where if a woman come to you and tell you that you don't feel threatened as a man, like, oh, yo, she said my junk trash, so bump her. I'm gonna go find somebody who just think my junk is the. It's like, no, bro. Like, do what you need to do. Like, you know, if you lack in this area, be the bomb at this, so then she don't even think about the fact that you lack in that. You know what I'm saying? So, just food for thought.
Yeah.
We don't have no problems, though.
This video was not even supposed to go there, but anyway, I hope y'all watch it, enjoy it. Basically, this is our theories on why not to have sex before marriage. We hope you guys enjoy the video. Just some of our viewpoints, standpoints on certain things. Good night.